Hi folks, and welcome back to Mike and Trisha Out and About. Now today we've actually moved on from Sydney. We've headed up north because we want to explore a little bit more of Australia's southeast coastline, and we're really looking forward to it. Now before we left Sydney, we did have the opportunity to do something that was on our bucket list for quite some time, and we actually went to see a show at the Sydney Opera House. We weren't really sure what show we wanted to see. In fact, anything that was on at the Sydney Opera House was going to be fine. We just wanted to experience the atmosphere, the acoustics of it, just seeing the inside of the building. But as it happens, the show that was on was Miss Saigon. This is where we're going to see Miss Saigon, right here in the Sydney Opera House. And wow, what a show it was. It was just fantastic. Lots of action sequences, music, dance, drama. It was a tragedy, but it was a show that we thoroughly enjoyed. But as I say, we've headed north, and we've actually taken a flight from Sydney Airport, and we've flown up to the Sunshine Coast Airport, and we're here at Noosa Head. And this is where we are for the next couple of days. The flight itself was only an hour and a half. We actually thought it was going to be half an hour, but as it happens, we were flying into a different time zone. So when you go from New South Wales up to Queensland, the clocks go back an hour. So although it took us an hour and a half, it actually felt like it really just took us a half an hour, because we saved an hour when we moved into the new time zone. It's a twin apartment that we've got, so 2 bedrooms. Gemma has joined us because she's managed to get a week off work. And I'm sitting out on the balcony here at the moment, just looking out onto these beautiful gardens, and there's a swimming pool here too. We're going to head off for a walk today. Now there's some things to explore locally. There's a fairy pools, not the one in Skye. There's some Devil's Gates or Hell's Gates or something that sounds quite sinister, and then I think there might be some caves to explore. Trish is not going to be coming with us on this walk. I think it's a bit too far for her, but we're going to meet up with her a bit later and hopefully go to the beach or go for something to eat. We'll see how it goes. We've started on the walk now. We actually got the bus down in the end. We decided that, seeing as there's a free bus going, we decided to just jump on it. It's something that they are trialling at the moment down to Noosa Head, so we jumped on the bus, got down the hill. That saved us a little bit of energy.
I got my coffee.
Yeah, you got your coffee, and managed to fill up with water as well. That was quite a little funky little water stop, wasn't it?
Yeah, really nice.
There's quite a few of these here. And the beaches right along this coastline are absolutely incredible. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, and yet you would think it was mid-afternoon, the amount of people that are here already.
There's a bush turkey scratching around as we head down to Little Cove. I decide to let the surfers go first because I'm in no hurry. On the left, the adults are doing a bit of sunbathing. And on the right, the kids are just having a splash around in that little stream. We move on.
Lovely viewpoint coming up.
This is one of the larger viewing points. There's railings all the way around for safety, but we're just using them to lean over and have a good look out to sea.
There are just so many nice places to stop and admire the views on this walk. And it's going to be good on this part because we're heading now into the Noosa National Park.
To there and then back. Yeah, back that way.
We can see our ultimate destination on the map. It's Hell's Gate, and the map tells us we just need to stick to the coastal path.
There's another little bit back there. We just don't seem to be making much progress because every 100 yards or so you come into another little beautiful bay and you just have to go down and check it out. That one back there was particularly nice. Lots of lovely rocks and those trees that have got the big roots coming down from the branches. And we just chilled out there for a little while, caught our breath, and I'm out of breath again already.
Keep up.
It's quite a popular little place, this. Lots of people out for a walk today. And this little bit is called Boiling Pot. I can understand why. It's just so warm here now. I've got a song in my head. You know that one that goes, if paradise is half as nice as heaven that you take me to. Because that's what it's like here, isn't it? It's like paradise. And unfortunately I can't play that song because it's YouTube. But if you keep it in your head, I don't need to put any music on.
I like you singing it. I've not heard that before, so I like that.
Do you not know that one?
No, I don't.
I think probably most people at home will know that one. And you can hum along to that one in your head. I don't need to put any music on that way. We've been walking in a queue for a little bit of time now, about the last 10 minutes. And we came to a little stop called Tea Tree Bay. Now there's a few people have went into Tea Tree Bay, so hopefully it'll get a little bit quieter again on this walk. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, can't believe it. We've passed a sign saying that there are some koalas around about these parts, so we're standing around having a look up like this for about 10 minutes. Could we see anything? No. There are koalas here, but I think they're hiding away from us at the moment.
Just when we thought we were having it easy, the path's now taking us up this steep slope. Soon we come to Dolphin Point, where dolphins, turtles and whales can be seen. We sit there for a while, admiring the view and looking out for dolphins. We think we can see a few in the distance, but they're just too far away to pick up on the camera. It's a sandy path now with elevated views over golden beaches. We stop for a rest and we think this might be the starting point for the walk to the fairy pools.
I think we've come to fairy pools. We didn't see a sign for it and we reckon it's down here. That was the fairy pools right enough, but I'll tell you what, it's a far cry from the fairy pools in Skye. No, it was quite a challenge to get to it down these rocks, but once you get there, it's just a lovely setting. There's these little inlets, I would say, rather than pools, because you've got the waves coming over, but the heat on the rocks just makes the water so lovely and warm. Gemma went in, and once Gemma was in, I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm not going to be left out, I'm going to join her.
I start to make my way down the rocks, and almost immediately my sense of balance is just all over the place. And I don't know if it's the unevenness of the rocks or if it's the motion from the sea and the waves, or perhaps it's a little bit of both, but I'm very, very unsteady on my feet. There's a bit of seaweed on these rocks too, and that's not going to help, so I decide that the best thing to do is just get myself down onto my backside and kind of slide myself in or lower myself in gently. I give Gemma the thumbs up to let her know I'm okay, and then in I go. Once I'm in, it feels absolutely fantastic. This is definitely the best way to cool down after a walk in this 30 degrees temperature, and I can feel the waves just pushing me about. And although it's a small space, it's big enough for a little swim. Back at the top, we just take in these views for a few minutes before we head off again.
There's a little sign back there just saying Hell's Gates 900 metres. So, should be just around this bend. We finally made it to Hell's Gate. Now, when we first got there, I must admit I thought that it was called Hell's Gate because there's lots of trees that seem to be dead. All you've got is the silvery skeleton of some trees around about the place, and I thought, is that why it's called Hell's Gate? But no, it's not. Actually, when I moved on, I saw a sign telling us all about it. What the sign tells us is there's a natural crack in the sandstone cliffs, and erosion over the years has caused that large gorge to be formed. And that gorge can be very dramatic at times, with the waves crashing in against the shore. Not so much today, there's been a little bit of a breeze, but nothing too strong. Still, quite an impressive sight. And on the other side of the Devil's Gate, there's views over to another incredible beach. And there it is. I don't think we'll make it there today, but still, what a view.
The beach that we saw was called Alexandria Bay. Then on the way home we saw a couple getting married. They'd actually arrived in this classic 1962 VW van. What a beaut. We meet up with Trisha for a quick dip in the sea. I don't go in, so I have a chance to watch this windsurfer. I have to say, he's pretty good.
We're back at the apartments now. We've had a great day out today, so we have. There's lots more adventures to come here from Australia, so look out for the next one.